Frank, I know all matches and wins are worth 3 points, but there felt something a little bit extra about today in the circumstances. Did you feel?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the season we had and the run of wins that we had, to lose a game and then draw a game, probably put a little bit more importance on this, a bit more feeling. I think probably people would have been looking at us to see how we reacted against a strong team here. And I thought it was great. I thought the players' attitude from minute one was really, really good. We started the game really sharp and continued that. We pushed them back, and they're one of the highest pressing teams in the league, highest free gains, all those things. And we played a lot of the game in their half, so the threat was probably mainly the counter-attack, particularly Armstrong, and maybe times when they get back and the wing-backs can cross it and they get a lot of numbers in the box. So we always knew that was a threat, but I thought we were great. Absolutely not our best performance, but I think sometimes in the endurance test of a season, you look at all the games, you have your comfortable wins, you have your maybe the games where you have to fight and dig in for the win, because even though we're playing well, balls are flashing wide, Hadji hits the post, Kitch hits the post. I know we end up scoring from that action, but games that give you challenges like that, keep a clean sheet, get your goal, and I think it showed a lot of spirit in the team.
I mean, we'll talk about several aspects in a moment if we can, but I mean, Hadji Wright did everything but score today and, end that sequence without finding a goal for him.
Yeah, and that's the life of a striker, and his movement was really good. He gave him a big problem, as he did Preston the other night, specifically in the first half, with his movement and running behind, and it's the life of a striker, and I'm always stick with my strikers. I'll stick with them because if they will go through patches, whether it's Ellis, whether it's Hadji, whether it's Brandon, as long as they keep going in and getting in positions and trying and doing all the hard work stuff. And I absolutely thought that Hadji did that today as well. And then Ellis comes on and gives them a different problem and goes through, and he drags it, but we've got good competition up there with those two. Got to continue with it.
A great close range finish. I mean, they're all important goals, but Efren's there when it matters to provide that finishing touch, isn't he?
Yeah, and delighted for Efren. Not a typical Efren goal, normally slightly different in the nature, but I love the way we kept the ball alive. In those moments of, I think it was set piece, goes back out, back in, Jay heads it, and Hadji's alive, and then Efren's alive. Keeping the ball like that, that's a team with conviction in those moments, and we've scored some goals like that this season. We've scored a lot of really beautiful goals, but we've also scored those sort of goals, and probably it was going to be the settler of the game today, whether it was for us or for them, because they cross it a lot, and as we saw, Rushy made a couple of saves later on. But it was very important, and I love scrappy goals. They'll count the same.
I was going to talk to you about the clean sheet and Rushy in particular, because that save right at the end was out of the top drawer, wasn't it?
Yes, it's a fantastic save, and he's shown himself to be a really, really, really high level goalkeeper for us. And there've been a lot of games where we haven't had to call upon him in that way so much, and today we did. And he's absolutely ready, and that's because he's a top keeper. He trains brilliantly. He's low maintenance. He's focused. I think he's really enjoying himself here, and I enjoyed him today.
Yeah, and I think the feeling in the stadium at the end, again, every time you win here, it's always special. But I think that, again, the circumstances of it, the way you work so hard for that 3 points, the fans really felt that tonight as well.
Yeah, you could feel that, and particularly from the moment Efren scored, and even at the end where we're having to make subs and try and see the game out, you could feel the fans with us, and that's it. I've been fortunate enough to be involved in teams that have won things, and leagues. It's the hardest thing to do because you have to be consistent throughout, but not every game looks the same. Some games look like that. You're digging in, you're trying, people are coming into the game trying to help you find a way to get through. No matter whether you're Man City, Chelsea, Barcelona, or now Coventry, us, you look at it and go, you have to find ways to win certain games. That's the nature of this. So we played some really good football. Everyone knows that this season. Scored a lot of goals, and but after a loss and a draw, and then to show that spirit and application from the players and the fans, felt that it was a big win for us today.
It was a big win for you today, and a clear week now. It's a relentless division, we know that, but a clear week before Southampton, and that's important, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's important for us because some players have played a lot of minutes already this season, and we need to be able to rest a little bit, prepare for the game, and get ready for the period that's coming up after that, because it gets really busy, as we know. So it's nice to have a good feeling after the game. The players will rest. They'll hardly do anything for a couple of days now, and then we'll work to Southampton, who are, even with their result today, are in really good form. They're a strong team in the league. We know that, so we need to be ready.
Enjoyed it today, Frank. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks a lot, mate.
Carl, I've just said to the gaffer that every win is worth 3 points, but that feels a little bit extra special in the circumstances today, do you think?
Yeah, I do. I think that, like I was speaking to some family members before the game, is that it's such a tough place to come, is the CBS. So, and then I think that it was the perfect game and perfect time for us to kind of like just put a statement in as well after the two games which have been disappointing really for us. I knew that coming back to the CBS in front of the fans that it was going to be difficult for them, for the opposition. But no, yeah, I enjoyed every minute of it, even though we was under the cosh a little bit towards the end. But it's that grit and determination to get the clean sheet and yeah, the 3 points as you said. It just shows the togetherness and the passion that we've got as a collective to keep pushing forward and keep putting points on the table as well.
And who knows, come the end of the season, that might be a huge 3 points and a clean sheet to look back on.
Yeah, 100%. Like as you said, every win's 3 points, and there's no difference. But when you look back on it from a different perspective, you can see that there's turning points as well. Like when we lost to Wrexham, we went on an unbelievable run again. So you never know, this could be a turning point for us, and just go on another really good run, hopefully.
And you made some tremendous saves. I mean, that one right at the end must be buzzing off that, Carl.
No, yeah, it was good. But to be fair, I feel as though that we defended really well at the times that we needed to. Like I was speaking to Kitch then, and what him and Bobby did, and Wolfie, that they kind of like minimised the angle for the attacker, so he could only put it in a certain area. So not taking away from the save, but they kind of helped me out as well, which is credit to them. And the clean sheet is everybody on the team. It's not just the keeper. It's not just the back four, back five. Like everybody after the game was coming up and celebrating together, which is really good. It's really nice to see as well.
Yeah, it's your 8th, I think, of the season. You had that run of 5, but you've gone 5 games before today without keeping a clean sheet. Yeah. So again, that gives everybody a lift. You particularly, the back four, but like you say, the whole team, Carl.
Yeah, we knew that we should have had some more, especially Preston. But yeah, hopefully we can go another run, like I said, and hopefully we could beat the record as well that has been set. But not going to get ahead of ourselves. Like we know that we've got to take each game as it comes. Keep just getting in our zone and put the blinkers on, and we go again.
And I know it's not about other teams, it's about you, but Middlesbrough have won again today. At one point they were within 3 points of you. Now it's back to 5 because you got the 2 extra points today, and you've still got that big cushion to third place. So everything seems to be moving in the right direction at the moment, doesn't it, again?
No, yeah, I agree with that. But as you said, it's all about us, and the gaffer says it all the time. He says that if we're on form, we'll beat anybody, and that there's no point getting carried away because we're only 20 games into the season, and it's a very long season. We're not even at Christmas yet, so get through this period. As I said, take each game as it comes, and then hopefully we can look back on it at the end of the season and be in the position that we wanted to be in. Yeah.
And a clear week now, although a lot of midweek games through the course of the season, but a clear week between now and Southampton away next Saturday lunchtime. So again, a little bit of rest and recuperation to go with training and prep for that game, obviously, and that's important at this stage of the season as well, Carl, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially over this Christmas period where there's games Saturday, Tuesday, majority of the time. It's tough because we can't really train too much because there's such a high load. Like for me, it's not too bad because I don't really have to run or do anything. So and then it's more for the players and a lot of recovery and travelling and stuff. But yeah, it's always nice to have a free week, and then we can properly diagnose this game and then put it under the carpet and then move on to Southampton.
Well done, Carl, today. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.